Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back to another session of Qur'anic Arabic Recitation with Tajweed Rules. So in this session we will be studying the final letter of Arabic alphabet, and that is called Ya. The sound is I, E, I, the second part of I, and it has E, another sound, which is, so I is a, when it is used as a consonant, non-vowel, and E when it is used as a vowel. And if you see here, you can see two different way of writing, so both are acceptable. Okay, so both are same thing. So it is if you write like this or that one, but mainly you will see like this. So it is pronounced as Ya, and the sounds, there are two sounds. One, if it's a consonant, is I, the second part of I, and if it's vowel, then is E, the second part of E. It's long. It is one of the long vowels. Okay. So it has two articulation points, because it had two different sounds. So it has two different articulation points. So if it is non-mud, so it is, again, it's mud. It's not mad. It's non-mud. Which is when it is a consonant, then its articulation point is al-lisan, the tongue, as from the middle of the tongue and the roof of the mouth that lies opposite to that position. Okay, so let me explain the top part first. So this is the middle, making green. Okay, that's the middle of the tongue, and that's the middle of the tongue, and what lies opposite to that. So that's when we are pronouncing Ya as a consonant, not vowel, as a consonant. For example, I, so the middle of the tongue touches the roof of the mouth that opposite to the middle of the tongue. Okay, that's I. See here as well, that's the middle of the tongue and opposite to that of the roof of the mouth. Okay, so I when it is consonant. That's one explanation. And if it is written as a mud or long vowel, then it has different. Then it's al-jawf. Al-jawf, that's the empty space in the mouth and the throat. That's the empty space in the mouth and the throat. That is its makhraj. For example, E, B, Ki. The second part of all these words are the long vowel of long vowel of Ya. Okay. So what we can do, we can explain one of them with the 3D model when it is consonant. Okay, so that's the middle of the tongue. Okay, that's the roof. Okay. So Ya, when it's consonant, then what is going to happen when we're pronouncing it, then it's the middle of the tongue. Change the color, more clear. So that's the middle of the tongue, and that touches opposite to that of the roof of the mouth. Okay, so that's the Ya when consonant. I, second part of I, Ya. That is the articulation point for Ya. Going back. Is it a light or heavy letter? It is one of the light letters, because when we pronounce Ya, so our mouth remains flat. Ya, I, Ya. Is it a connector or non-connector? So it is one of the connectors, because if you see its connecting forms, then we can see that if it comes in the beginning of a word, then you can connect other letters with it after it. If it comes in the middle of a word, then other letters can be connected with it before or after it. And if it comes at the end of a word, then you can connect other letters before it. Okay, so that's the property of a connector. Hence it is a connector. Okay, so how to write it? Okay, it has, let me explain that. Okay, so its top part rests on the line. It's similar to the one we just used here as well, alif maksura. Alif maqsura. Its top part rests on the line and the bottom one below the line, and it has two dots underneath. Let me start writing here. Yeah, two dots. And other forms would look like this. If it's in the beginning, two dots. If it's in the middle, two dots, and at the end, two dots. Can we connect them? Yes, we can. Connect here, connect there. We can write it again. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. That's how we write. Yeah. So the English equivalent, you can see different one. Sometimes you see I, Y, or the E sound. The E sound is for long vowel, but the other one you can see for consonant. Okay. So for transliteration purposes, if the ya is consonant, okay, if the ya is consonant, then we use the Y symbol for it. Okay, that's only for consonant. But when the ya is used as a vowel, then we use double E sign for it. So when is ya considered a vowel? Is when the ya before the letter before ya has a kasra. So then this ya will be considered as a vowel. Okay. So this sign is called kasra. Kasra goes under a letter. Fatha goes on top. Kasra goes under. Dhamma goes on top as well. You can see that. And this is called as kasra. Okay, sign is called kasra. And if it's only kasra on the letter and not followed by ya, it's only one count. A. For example, hamza kasra A. But if it's followed by ya, ya sukoon, actually there's a hidden sukoon here. We'll explain that in future sessions. So hamza kasra ya sukoon E. So two counts. Hamza kasra A and hamza kasra ya sukoon E. Two counts. Okay, that's the difference between kasra on its own and kasra when it is used with ya sukoon. Okay. There are other signs we haven't mentioned, so I'll just briefly explain those as well. We will discuss that in future sessions. But since this is the last session for Arabic alphabet, for Arabic language, so we will explain that as well briefly. We have already explained the fatha, so that's the fatha sign. Okay, and it is written on top of a word, and it is actually called a short vowel, so that's fatha. And we use alif a for that. Kasra, we just explained that this is a kasra. It is under the letter, and we use I sign for it. And dhamma, this is the sign. This is the sign for dhamma. Okay. So in future lessons sessions, we will see that when you see double fatha, that becomes fathatain. Okay, it's called, when you have double fatha, it's called fathatain. It causes nunation sound, but we will explain that in future. When you see double kasra underneath a letter, it's called kasratain. And when you see double dhamma above a letter, it's called dhammatain. But the signs, you will see different notation. These all mean the same. Okay, different way of writing dhamma. And when you see when there is no fatha, dhamma, kasra, or fathatain, dhammatain, when you have none of these signs on a letter, then that's called absence of haraka. Absence of haraka is called sukoon. That's called absence of these haraka is called sukoon. So again, you can see different way of writing them. So they all mean the same. Absence of haraka, that's called sukoon. And shadda, when you double the consonant, is called shadda. So, but still we will explain in future. This is the sign for shadda. That's the doubling of the consonant, and the other one doubling of vowels. So doubling of vowels, the top three, and then doubling of the consonants called shadda, and the other one is called mad. It's written as mad, but it is mad, okay, because of the transliteration mim fatha dal mad. So this is the sign of mad. Sometimes you see like this as well, okay, so different notation, but this is mad. That's actually elongation, prolonging something when it comes on top of something, okay. So that's a brief explanation of different parts. Okay, this is the end of this session. In next session, what we're going to do is we're going to repeat the last line once or twice, and then the following session would be 10 times, just to give you more practice. Okay, I'll see you in next session inshallah. Until then, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.